The world has changed faster than ever, and we are now surrounded by an unprecedented abundance of food. Every day we are tempted by sweet desserts, salty snacks, and savory, greasy dishes designed to delight our palates. But while our taste buds are satisfied, our bodies are facing a growing crisis. Today, obesity and metabolic diseases are no longer just someone else's problem. They have become a lifelong challenge for us all. While there are over 26,000 different diet fads circulating the globe, we still find ourselves asking, is there truly one single way to reclaim our health? Where exactly is the key to breaking free from the shackles of obesity and metabolic syndrome? Metabolic syndrome refers to a condition where issues in the body's energy metabolism lead to a cluster of warning signs, such as high blood pressure, elevated blood sugar, and abnormal cholesterol levels appearing simultaneously. A diagnosis is typically made when 3 or more of 5 key risk factors are present, but even having just one means your body is already sounding the alarm. At the heart of this issue lies abdominal obesity. As your waistline expands, your vascular health deteriorates. If left unchecked, the risk of heart disease or stroke increases more than 3-fold. Even more frightening is the link to cognitive decline. The risk of vascular dementia increases significantly as we age. When combined with habits like smoking, our bodies essentially become ticking bombs. Why is it that even when we eat and move exactly as we did in our 20s, a belly starts to appear once we hit our 40s? Renowned nutritionist Dr. Alan Harrison explains this as the body's turning point. After age 40, physical growth stops, and the hormones that support metabolism drop sharply. Our ability to burn fat decreases, while muscle mass naturally begins to slide. For men, losing muscle means having less storage space for energy. For women, a drop in estrogen weakens vascular protection and shifts the body to store more visceral fat. Compared to a woman in her 20s, the basal metabolic rate of a woman in her 70s can differ by as much as 500 calories, the equivalent of an entire glazed donut. In other words, eating the same amount you did in your youth effectively means you are overeating every single day. Can we break this chain of disease with food instead of medicine? Experts worldwide point to the Mediterranean diet as the answer. This way of eating, practiced by those living along the warm coasts of Italy and Greece, is considered the gold standard for cardiovascular health. The core principle is simple. Move away from refined sugars and red meats and embrace fresh vegetables, fruits, whole grains, and healthy fats. The secret isn't avoiding fat, but rather eating the right fat. This means replacing butter and saturated animal fats with unsaturated fats found in olive oil, avocados, and nuts. Balancing your intake of omega-3 and omega-6 in this way can drastically reduce chronic inflammation within the body. Let's build the perfect plate for a healthy life. First, fill half of your plate with fresh salad or roasted vegetables. Then, fill a portion of the remaining half with complex carbohydrates like whole grain bread or quinoa. Fill the rest with high-quality protein, such as fish, chicken breast, or eggs. Finally, drizzle a tablespoon of olive oil and add a handful of nuts to complete a perfectly balanced 5:2:3 ratio. Metabolic syndrome doesn't develop overnight, and it won't disappear overnight either. However, the slice of whole grain bread and the spoonful of olive oil you choose today could save your blood vessels 10 years from now. A balanced diet, not expensive medicine or grueling fads, is what will finally solve your body's lifelong homework.